writing source code. So this is very important. So when you provide instructions to the computer, you're going to do it in plain text. If you are using something else like Word or any other pages or something else, things are not going to work out. So things have to be in plain text, otherwise it will not work. So that is very important. Also, source code is something that most companies want to keep is safe, because if anybody steals the source code, anybody can duplicate the software. Also, they may modify it a little bit and they have their own version just without typing thousands of lines. So in this case, we are going to type just one line, just is a test. But as you may know or may not know, when you start creating software, I mean, you're going to need like hundreds of lines if you are going to create something very complex, or it can be maybe one or two lines. It depends on what you want. So in this case, I'm going to show you how you can create this type of text files and the mistakes that you have to avoid in order to do it correctly. So in this case, I'm going to show you, for instance, I have a Finder, and here I have it in Spanish. So I was doing another class in Spanish. So here I'm going to clear my terminal, and here we are going to use, in this case, a moodle commander. And if you have a Windows, you can use Total Commander. It is kind of the same. It's like the Norton Commander for those old timers. And this is something that is like a file, is like a file explorer or a Finder on Mac. So this is the software that I'm going to use, as you can see here. And here we are going to type, we are going to save everything in this folder, as you can see here, where it says coding text. So everything is going to be there. So as you can see, we don't have anything right now. And I'm going to create some text. So in this case, like I said, we can use text edit. That this is the one that is for Mac. We are going to create a new document, as you can see here. That says new. You click there, and then we're going to put this in the middle so that way you can see it better. And you have to pay attention to this screen. Is very, very important. So as you can see here on the top, you have the toolbar, and you don't want to have any toolbar. The toolbar, it means that you're going to, whatever you write here is going to have a format. So for instance, let's say you type a print and then quotation mark. This is a blue car. Okay, done. So now, if you want, let's say that I'm going to modify it a little bit so that way you can see it much better. Let's say this is a blue car. Great. Now also you can change the font. You can change, anything. And that is going to create a format in the file. So I'm going to save it. So now I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Let's go here, File, Save, and it's going to save it where it says coding text, as you can see here. So here, Format. And then it's going to save it in a rich document file, so an extension. The extension, it will be RTF, Rich Text Format. And then we're going to hit save, and then if you go here, as you can see, we have this, the RTF. This is very important, the extension. If you don't know anything about extension, you can watch my other classes about how to become a computer technician, where I teach about extensions and file formats and everything else. But this, I'm going to go like quickly about this, because this is very important. If you don't use the right format, things are not going to work out. So I think, as you can see here, I'm in Finder. It says format. You see format. Here it doesn't show any extension, but it has an extension. Here, that is why I'm using the moodle commander, so that way we can see the extension. Otherwise, you can use the terminal. So in order, if you want to do the terminal, you can type terminal, command and space, and then terminal, and then you click there, and you're going to have the terminal here. So now I'm going to show you, for instance, here I'm going to type ls. This is a format, so I mean it's a command line. So the way you see it says format, it says RTF. Finder will not show you that. Usually Windows will not show you that either, except if you go to the options and then you choose, okay, show me the extensions. So because they do that, it's just to make it like a dummy proof, you know. But in this case, if you are tech or you want to start programming or something like that, you have to be able to see everything. So now I'm going to do something else. So now we're going to close this, and then we're going to do the same thing. Text edit. And then we're going to create a new document. And then, as you can see here, we are going to type the same thing, print. Before we do anything like that, I'm going to show you something that is very important. As you can see, we have the all the toolbar and everything. So in this case, we have to make sure that we are going to press Command Shift T, and then voila, everything is gone. So as you can see there, we don't have any more format. So whatever we type here is going to be pure plain text. So now we can type print quotation mark, and then this is a computer quotation mark, close. Now we can close this, and then it will save it in text, as you can see here, txt. And then we're going to write without format. There we go. Save. And then, as you can see here, we have the one that says without format. Still, we cannot see the extension here. But if we go here, we will see the extension. You see, it says txt. So if we go here, if we go to the terminal, and then we type, we're going to zoom in so that way you can see better. Control L, it will delete everything, at least not delete the files, but it will clean the screen. And then we type ls, and then we see both files. As you can see, we have without the format. So we type cat without, and then you can type, you can press tab, and then it will write the rest, enter, and then you see it's just plain text. It doesn't have anything. The only thing that you have to make sure is, depending on the programming language that you're going to use, make sure some programs, they will not care that you're using all uppercase, or the first one uppercase, the rest lowercase. Make sure to follow the rules of the software, of the language software that you're going to use. So in this case, we're going to leave it like that. This is a test. It doesn't matter. We can create anything. So if you want to use, let's say that you want to use the terminal in order to create a file. So you can type Beam. We're going to use this software. Beam is B as Victor, I as an iPhone, and M as a motherboard. So you're going to type that, and then we're going to type car.py. So that way we have our Python file. So we're going to aim this course, these classes to Python. So in this case, as you can see on the bottom, you don't see anything. We are not ready to type anything here. So in order to do that, you have to type I, and then you will see insert here on the bottom. So you type I, done, insert. Now we can start typing. So now we can type print quotation mark, and then this is a blue computer. There you go, quotation mark, done. So I like it much better like this. As you can see, we don't have the uppercase, automatically changing my typing or anything like that. So this is pure text editor. So now I have this, great. Now I want to save it. I press escape, and then the insert will disappear, as you can see. And then we press colon. So you see the colon here on the bottom, and then QW. QW means quit and write. So this is going to use the file that we just typed here in the beginning. It will be car.py. So we do that, we press enter, and we get an error. I think I know why I have this error. The error is because it's W Q. That is the mistake that I did. But as you can see, if you don't do it right, it will not work. It's not like a regular text editor or something like that. That it will, you click close and save, and that's it. So if you don't do it right, those things may happen. So now you have WQ, write and quit. There you go, it works. If you do it backwards, it will not work. So, okay, great. Now we have this. We're going to clean the screen, Control L. I recommend you to follow everything that I'm doing so that way you can practice on your computer, and then you can type ls, enter, and then you will see the car.pw. Now, if you want to see whatever we see inside, we type cat space car, and then you will see everything. You see, this is a blue computer. That's it. Very, very easy. So the way you can do almost anything in the command line, and you don't have to depend on Windows or any notepad or something else. So if you want to go like very minimalistic, this will be one of the ways. And if I go here, as you can see it, here is, you have the file. And if we go here on Finder, now we see the PY, because usually it is something that Finder will not recognize it as a regular, file or something like that. Otherwise, maybe you have to go to Finder. It depends of the version of the operating system that you have. Maybe you can go here. Like I said, on Windows, you have an option that it will show you all the extensions. For instance, here, I see it. So I click here, show all the extensions, and voila, we see all the extensions now. So as you can see, we have the RF, the TXT. So now I'm going to move it here so the way you can see it. I'm going to uncheck it. There you go, it's gone. Now we have them all. So we can leave them like that. So that is one of the tricks in order to have everything more visible. Otherwise, the operating system will hide a few things. So hopefully you have enjoyed this class. See you in the next one. Remember, go to the playlist so the way you can keep watching all my classes about this topic, and see you in the next one.